Hey, what's up, guys? Bullseye back again with another haul. Had a local con this weekend, picked up a few books. Tried to front load this with keys and tried to, leave most of my fillers out. Here we go Avengers Fear Itself, number 13. I picked this up because it was a newsstand. And same thing for Superman Batman, number 3. Just random newsstands. Adventures of Spawn, the director's cut. There's a 1 and 2. This is just issue 1. But this issue goes for money. It seems to go for $15-30. So grab these. Pretty much everything I'm showing is all 50 from the 50-cent bin. Didn't have a ton of money for this con, so I tried to stick to the 50-cent bins. Been on the hunt for this series for a while. So it's a 3-part series, The Last Days of American Crime. This is book number 2. Very happy to find it. This series is going to be made into a movie on Netflix. And I think they might have even started shooting. I know they finished casting already. Cool cast, cool premise. Look for this book if you can find them. I got Annihilation, number 1. It's a cool series. Couple keys in this book. And this couple keys in the series, not necessarily number 1, but I don't have it, and it was a variant so a 1 in 15 variant for number 1. So I grabbed it and found this bad boy. Umbrella Academy Free Comic Book Day. This is the first team appearance of the Umbrella Academy. This even stamped, this seems to go for about $30 to $40, but again, don't take my pricing as gospel. Check yourself, especially if it's a while after this video has come out. But I don't have it. Really nice to find it, even though it's stamped for 50 cents, Fear Itself, book 7. 2 more of these. So this is a cool book. It does, everyone knows about it because Captain America wields Mjolnir, and he does it in his traditional Captain America costume. But it's also the first appearance of a Spider-Man suit made out of Uru, which is the same metal that is what Thor's hammer is made out of, and that's kind of cool. That could show up in the movies at some point. And first mention of the new Nick Fury, Marcus Johnson, is that book. This, I'd actually like to complete this run. It seems pretty cool. I don't have too many of it. This is the run that has the rescue keys, Pepper Potts rescue keys in it and stuff. But I just got it because he's like dead on the table on the cover. And also in it, inside of it, there's like that hologram speech he gives after he's dead. Very similar to Endgame. Marvel Point 1. This is first Sam Alexander as Nova. He's that little kid who's Nova. Could be some movie hype with that. With the way it looks like their cinematic universe is going, that would be my guess for Nova. We got New Warriors, number 4. This is the first appearance of Debris. I know someone showed this recently. That was why I picked it up. Just a nice copy of New X-Men 118, First Stepford Cuckoos. Battle Angel Alita, Part 8, number 9. And then I found 2 of Amazing Fantasy number 10s. I mentioned this in my last haul. This is the first appearance of this character, Nina Price, Vampire by Night. She is the niece of Werewolf by Night. So, grab those. This is, I think I talked about this book because I showed a later issue, but I found the number 1, True Believers number 1. This is the first appearance and origin of Nina, first payback, whose name is Mavis Trent, and she is a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent who wears a symbiote nourished by the emotion happiness. So, kind of curious to see how that works. This is a beautiful Jenny Friesen cover for this series, Angel. I don't actually know how to pronounce her name. I did not watch the show. But these books go for money. This series goes for money. The Jenny Friesen covers for issue 1 through 4 can sell for $40-$50. I've got to give a big shout out to Poor Man's Comics. A Poor Man's Comics. I'll definitely have a couple links up. He's not new or anything like the last guy I was kind of gave a shout out to, but I just really been enjoying his channel and watching all his videos, and he's got a lot of good stuff, and he showed off these a few times, so I need to look for it. Pick these up if you find them. Another book I believe I saw him show, X-Men Legacy 234, just a beautiful Rogue cover. Ultimate X issue 2, just a cool Art Adams cover. Number 1 is the first appearance of what's his name? I don't know. Wolverine's son from the Ultimate Universe. Secret Avengers number 15, just a cool Adi Granov Widow cover. Got X-Force Sex and Violence number 2. I think I have one. I don't know. I have one of them, so happy to get that. Very, very cool cover for 50 cents. Del Auto cover, I believe, yeah. Thunderbolts here. What is this? This is volume 1. So this is issue 79. But from issues 77 to 81, they did these like men's magazine parody covers, kind of like Maxim magazine. I don't even know if that exists anymore, but I believe it was pretty popular at the time. And they're all really sexy covers, so look for those 77 to 81. I think those are good covers to pick up now. I found another Incredible Hulk 13. First full appearance of Devil Hulk. Empty Man number 1. I didn't know about this, but my friend who I was there with said it had been optioned. So, grabbed 2 of them, 50 cents, whatever. I love Mark Miller, and I needed most of this run. I picked most of it up, but I figured, all his number 1s, I feel like, honestly, are worth getting. He's a great writer, but also just because I think they're likely to be optioned. This is kind of a Buck Rogers type of thing. So, looking forward to, Flash Gordon type of thing. Gonna read that soon. Empowered Special number 1. Just been looking for these for a while. Heard that it was a really cool series, and was really happy to find one. Hitmonkey. This is not the one shot. This is issue 1 of his 3-issue mini. Deadpool, number 12, second printing. I love this one. It's part of his battle with Bullseye during Dark Reign. So he's, Bullseye's dressed up like Hawkeye, but it's really cool stuff. An issue I needed of Suicide Kings. I think I only need one issue to complete that. That was issue 5, by the way, Suicide Kings. Cable and Deadpool 46. This is the zombie variant. There were a ton of these different zombie variants for other books as well. But, I don't know. I just wasn't really feeling them. Found a really nice pocket of X-23 stuff. Second printing of issue number 2. Found 2 of those. Pretty nice. And number 3, which I think I needed. I think I have, or maybe I needed number 2. I know I had a number 1. Anyway, number 5. 2 of those. And 2 number 6s as well. And then we have Captain America, number 1. This is the first cameo appearance of the Winter Soldier. I think, what is it, 6, right? 6 is his first. Just a really cool Blade cover. I don't think it goes for anything. Everyone I've seen has this weird error on the side here. I don't know if it's available without it. So, something to keep in mind. These, I've showed a few of these. These are super rare books. Just had low print runs. I love true crime. Was really happy to find one of these. Another one of these. I found the hardest one to get, which was the John Wayne Gacy one. I just need to. I think the second hardest is Dahmer. I found another copy of Hellraiser number 1. Had to grab that, and a number 3, which I needed. So, I was happy to get those in the 50-cent bin. We got Marvel Premiere 53. I have a few of these, actually. I just traded one to a good friend of mine. I love to collect, like, whenever Black Panther is fighting a Klan or anything like that. And this is like a Ku Klux Klan villain, the Soul Strangler. Pretty nice copy. This was in a dollar bin, but I'd pay for $1 for that all day. It's my 3rd copy. Blade Runner number 1. I don't think this book goes for too much, but it goes for a little bit. People try to ask for it, a lot for it sometimes. But those are both newsstand, really clean, 50-cent bins. Wasn't gonna leave them behind. Just grabbed this for the cover. It's a Marvel Age, so there's a few I look for, and I just saw this one. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. Just always cool to see the crossovers, DC and Marvel. Civil War number 5. I always find this one. They must have like printed a bunch of these, probably because the series was so popular by the time 5 was coming out, but I had to grab it. These I found the whole set. See if we can get them all on screen at once here. But anyway, I found this set of variants for One More Day, part 1, 2, 3, and 4. So figured I would grab it. some beautiful Red Sonja stuff here. This is Red Sonja Claw number 1 with a cover by Jim Lee. It's a collaboration between Jim Lee and Del Otto. I love when Jim Lee does these. I think he did one with Alex Ross. That was with a Batman Superman. That was really cool. But so I guess Jim Lee does the line work and Del Otto colors it in. Very cool. I'm kind of on. I'm sad to say I'm kind of late to the Perillo train. I wish I was jumped on when it would have been a little bit more legit, but I'm just getting on now. So I found these each for $1. This is number 12. This is the Lucio Perillo, who's very hot all of a sudden. Number 15, a really cool cover. And number 14, this one seems to be the most valuable. I think the most recent, I saw one go for 20 on eBay. So those were all Lucio Perillo covers. Alex Ross cover for Red Sonja. She-Devil with a Sword, number 1. And I showed this before. I love this cover. And I found 4 in the dollar bin. Or 50-cent bin. So I grabbed them all. It's Michael Turner. Oh, whoops. I also got this Michael Turner. This is like my 4th one. I just love that cover. Batman, Superman, Spawn Batman. I just grabbed 2, Frank Miller. It's also like the origin of the big slice down Spawn's face, basically. So I don't know if that's like gonna be a thing or not. This I just grabbed because, so this is Racer X from Speed Racer, Volume 2, and he's like from what I read, he's like the Punisher in this, going around just killing people, and there's this this Confederate killer that he has to go after. That's best explanation I could come up with. Thundercats from Wildstorm, issue 0, beautiful J. Scott Campbell cover. Batman Cacophony, number 1. I think I have the other 2. This completes for me. Written by Kevin Smith. And I recently grabbed a second 1 and 2, so I wanted to put together a set of this for a buddy of mine. Battle of the Cowl, number 3. And I heard this was a cool series. And some of the books go for money from Volume 1. So it's the first printing of issue 2 from Volume 1. I do want to read it. We got Dark Horse Presents number 20. I guess it's an annual. I just got it for the Mask appearance. Trying to pick up all his appearances. Tekken Saga. This is like a hard to find book. Goes for maybe 10 up. I love video game comics and found these for 50 cents at a local shop, actually. Borderlands Origins number 1. These are both first print. This is my video game pocket here. Got Metal Gear. What is this? This is issue 6. This is 6. And this is 8 right here. Some more video games, or one more video game book. We'll do Dante's Inferno. It's issue number 2. And found a really nice copy of Super Friends, which I'm trying to complete. So I went ahead and grabbed that. That's number 38. Another copy of Biker Mice from Mars, number 1. Probably going to send that to a friend of mine. He's not really into comics, but I've been pulling a few comics I think he'd like. Recently, there was a thread about people's favorite cartoon show. I never saw this, but I had recently seen it, and then I saw a bunch of people talk. I saw this left in a dollar bin. Saw this thread, saw a lot of people talking about how good this series was. Went back and got it for $1, I think. And then I just recently at the con I was at, somebody had it on their wall for like 10 or 20 bucks. So I don't know if it goes for anything, but I did just see it on the wall at a con. Johnny Quest, The Real Adventures, number 10. Trying to complete that run. I think that's my first. Found a really nice pocket here. I think most of the rest are cartoon comics and stuff. So if feel free to take off or stick around if you like those. Found a nice run of Animaniacs. This is issue number 1. Even though it says Animaniacs Presents, it is the first issue. Don't be thrown by that. Issue number 2. Number 3. Oh, that's number 6. These are out of order. Oh, well. That's number 6. Number 5. Number 4. Let's go back to 5 for a second. Check out Nurse there. There are some cool covers with Nurse on them that are semi-desirable. This is number 3. And then this is the Christmas special. So that was 1 through 6, not in alphanumeric. And then the Christmas special too. So happy to find all those in pretty decent grade for 50 cents. I'll take them. And I think we're almost done here. Getting pretty close. Chip and Dale. Rescue Rangers, Disney Comics issue number 1. And then same for DuckTales. I mean, there was a series of DuckTales before this, but this is the first Disney comics, so happy to get that. Grab some Disney comic hits. Here's that other. This was the other Duckstone, I guess, by Gladstone. This is number 11 from them. Disney comic hits again. Found some Roger Rabbit, number 9. That might be a double for me. And then number 17. I had a couple Darkwing Ducks too that I was really excited about, and I must have accidentally put them back or something. Sometimes it'd be that way, but I'll get them. We got Disney Spring Fever. Just thought that looked kind of fun. Summer Fun. Autumn Adventures. And An American Tale. Fievel Goes West, number 3. Okay, this is it. This is the last stack. A couple like movie adaptation type of books, and then we're done. So thanks for sticking through that. Saved by the Bell, number 2. Total Recall from Dynamite. Didn't even know this was a thing. Now I gotta get the rest of them. Spartacus, Blood and Sand. Was a big fan of the series. Didn't know there was a comic. I found 1, 2, and 3. Looks cool. Looks like maybe they did some crazy stuff that they would never have been able to do on the show. So this completes Newt's Tale for me. I found number 1. This is number 2. This is really cool because it's got like it's like takes place in the movie universe, and I think Ripley's at the end of it, but it's kind of a bummer how they did Newt in 3. Kind of wish he was maybe still around. They could do like a grown-up Newt now, battling aliens or something. Anyway, found this. I actually found 2 of these. I found, I'm guessing, like the newsstand and like the Prestige. This is like the Prestige one. It is a prequel to the movie one I showed previously. That was Dick Tracy the movie. This is the book. That's like 3 of 3. This is the part 2 to that. And always hunting this series. I think I have a number 1, and this is my second issue I've ever found, so happy to get it. Adventures of Baron Munchausen. If you have not seen this movie, check it out. It's amazing. Just random horror comic. This was based on like a science fiction horror movie called It, the Terror from Beyond Space. Is number 2. And I just threw this in because Cyberpunk is kind of hot right now because of the new video game coming out that everyone is excited about. This is Volume 2, Issue number 1. I have both issues of Volume 2, or Volume 1. So that's the first one I have of Volume 2. Anyway, guys, as always, thank you so much for checking out. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm sorry no huge keys in this one, but I'll be out there. I'll find some for the next one. So, all right, thanks a lot.